Okay, everybody. We should be live, and we're very excited. We're going to wait just 1 or 2 minutes to let everybody get on, get the notifications, that kind of stuff.
I didn't either.
No?
Oh, here it is.
Okay, I think it's a little delayed on the notifications. Okay, so that's why we're just kind of sitting here for a minute and waiting. We'll probably go in like 1 minute. So, uh, as I was saying, everybody's quarantined up, and we wanted to do something for the community because we love 3D printing so much, and that's what we're going to talk about. And Brian and Solimar are both watching your comments, and we're going to have some giveaways and all that. I'm going to go over that here in just 1 second. I'm just waiting 1 minute for the official start. So, all right. This is the official start. Welcome to Friendly Hobbies 3D Printing Basics and 3D Printing Design Basics. We're super excited to bring this to you. You're quarantined, we're quarantined, and bored out of our minds, so we're trying to make things fun for you. So to start things off, I'm going to give a little bit of an overview of what we want to do with the class. Oh, I'm a little nervous. Brian says I'm going back and forth a little much, so I'll knock that off. And we're going to keep this casual, so they're going to tell me what I'm doing right and wrong and all that kind of fun stuff. All right, so basic outline of what we're going to do today and in the future. Let's go over what's today, okay? And I'm going to be stumbling a little bit. I really didn't prepare an outline because I wanted to keep this casual and see what everybody wanted and go from there. So today we're going to talk about mainly Tinkercad, and we're going to do some fun stuff in Tinkercad. Some of you know Tinkercad, some of you don't, but either way, every time I'm in Tinkercad, I learn something new that I didn't know before, and I just love it, okay? And of course, this is called Thingiverse, and I think I'm going to go from the beginning and assumes we have a lot of beginners in our audience today, okay? And so this is called Thingiverse, like universe with an I. And this has, literally millions and millions of 3D design models that the community shares with each other. So everything on here is free for you to download and print, like you saw in our preview video. So it's the greatest thing in the world. You can type any subject in here, and like if I just type, let's see, well, my keyboard's not working. So let me see. That's great. Let me see if it's working in Tinky. Okay, well, we'll fix that technical difficulty. Well, let's go back here. Anyway, type cats, type dogs, type trains, and so much information will come up that you won't even know where to begin, okay? So, and then finally, I'm going to show you guys the thing that has saved me so many times. So many things that you just can't forget about this, and you got to go and do it because it's just spectacular. And even if you're using Cura or another slicer, the Simplify 3D Troubleshooting Guide shows you the greatest thing for fixing bad prints and tells you how to, if you're getting this, and as you can see, it's just spectacular. And many times I had a problem. I went here and they had it where I had fixed it immediately. So, and this is what we call a slicer. Okay, so and I know a lot of you know this. Tell me if we're getting boring with too much beginning stuff. But when you do 3D printing, you have a piece of software on your computer that you bring a model in. Let's say we were talking about Thingiverse, and we found a little, phone holder, right? So we want to print this out. So you download the file, and then you bring it into the computer, and you bring it into this thing called a slicer. Well, Simplify 3D is a slicer, Cura is a slicer, and Prusa slicer is a slicer. And what they're basically meaning is it takes the model and slices it into layers so that the 3D printer knows what to do with it. So getting back to Simplify 3D Troubleshooting Guide, and Brian is a big advocate to get away from Cura and get Simplify because it makes your life so much easier. It's expensive at $150, but worth every cent in our opinion. Okay? So, and then back to this. Let me give you an example. Here's the one that everybody gets, stringing, right? Stringing, you get those little strings in between. Well, you click on here, and it's going to tell you the settings in Simplify 3D. So that's another reason to go ahead and get out there and get that software instead of the other slicers. All right? And that's the big thing I wanted to show you. So we've talked about this, and we've talked about Simplified 3D Troubleshooting Guide. Let's go ahead and get into Tinkercad, and we wanted to show you how to create some basic things and make a keychain, or and if you're just getting new to 3D printing, this, you don't have to do the design, but when you see how great this is and how easy, you'll be thinking of gifts you want to give to people and make them, and desk signs and little door tags and keychains and things like that. We made our one of our things we always give away is our little Vegas Golden Knights keychains that we made, and we did it in Tinkercad. All right, so let's go ahead. First thing, of course, you're going to create an account, but once you've done that, then you're going to go into Create New Design. And I want to tell you something about Tinkercad that will really make it less frustrating for you, is go in and play for a few minutes, drag the things around, but the thing that's going to make your life easy and really make it work great for you is to learn how to move around and manipulate what you want to see. For instance, okay, if I simply just scroll the mouse forward, I can zoom in just by rolling my middle mouse, okay? Or I can hold my left button and do this and move it around. My right button, excuse me, my right button. Okay? So the sooner that you go and learn those things, you will really, it'll just start working the way you want it to work. All right, so am I too soon to do a giveaway, Solimar? Yes, she says a little too soon. I can tell by the look on her face. All right. So let's go ahead and start with some basics, okay? And see, Tinkercad is so cute because it always does a nice little name for you because they know we just don't, people don't save, people don't write the thing. So we'll call this door sign, okay? And if you guys can't hear me or anything's wrong, please comment and let us know and we'll fix it right now, okay? All right, so let's start with this side of the thing. This side of Tinkercad is where all your interesting shapes are. And, I spent many hours scrolling through these and looking because this isn't the only thing there is. There's a bunch of other neat stuff that you can go to make your life and your project pretty neat. Okay, and one of them is the shape generator. That has some really cool stuff in it. So, and look, you can see there's multiple pages of it. All right, so that's something that a lot of people didn't know, that there was more stuff than just these basic shapes. All right, but let's go back and we're going to start with making a door sign. Okay, so we're going to drag the square out, and everything in Tinkercad is pretty cool because you just drag it out. Okay, now that doesn't look like a door sign, that looks like a block. So I'm gonna, you just have fun and do it visually. So I'm gonna pull this down, and you can see it's telling me over here on the right how many millimeters. So, and ever since doing design stuff and printing, I'm all about the metric system, so I kind of like it. Instead of 1/16 and 3/8 and all that, 3 millimeters seems more simple to me. I think there is a way to change it in here, but I like it in metric. All right. You need to tell me something?
It seems like the video is freezing a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just give it a second.
Is it?
Yeah.
You think I'm broadcasting? Maybe I'm broadcasting at too high of a resolution. I don't think it lets you.
Okay, it just took off again. I think it looks good.
It's working. It could be us in here because I'm streaming
everyone's
in.
at home and, you know, with the internet, it's just overall
Yeah.
slower in Vegas.
Okay.
Just give it a little bit.
All right. So, shall I go on or shall I? Okay. All right, guys. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm kind of basically just making it into the shape of, you know, a little sign, right? All right. So here's where all the neat stuff comes in. So now I want to add some text to this. So I'm going to go down to my text, drag it out here. It doesn't matter where to begin with. And over here in the right is where I can type what I want. And we have a new dog, and his name is Buster. So we're going to make Buster's, what do we call it? Buster's, we'll say room. Room. Buster deserves a room. All right, and just for, so both things aren't red and you can differentiate, let's change that to green. Okay, so did you see how I did that? This is where all the settings for it are and everything, okay? And pay attention because one of the questions coming up to give, I didn't even announce what we're giving away. We're going to do a couple of giveaways, and the first people in the comment will win these to comment on the correct answer will win the prize. So one of them is going to have to do with Tinkercad coming up here. So be ready. Am I doing this okay?
I think you're doing great.
All right.
Yeah.
So pay attention because it's coming up pretty quick here. All right, little Buster. All right. So this is too big and this is too small, right? So very simple, just like most of your programs. Now, did you notice I just clicked my right mouse and just lets me kind of see everything. You know what's something weird that people do, and I always notice this and I do it myself. Just something about the beauty of creating something that you're going to make out of nothing like Star Trek. You just want to keep scrolling around and looking at it from the top and the bottom. I don't know. You'll find yourself doing that. It's pretty interesting because you love the way it looks. All right, so here we go. Let's take Buster's room down, and if you grab here, it's going to do it uniformly, but you can also, do this. So, all right, and now I'm going to drag it over, but that's the slow way. That's the non-precise way, right? So I'm going to show you the align command. The align command is your best friend. I'm going to hold my left mouse button down.
I have a question.
Yes.
Somebody said, can Tinker make shapes from scratch?
Yes, Tinker can make shapes from scratch, but it's just not the greatest thing. They have this little scribble tool. Where is that scribble tool, Bri? There it is. Yeah, it's okay. So it lets you drag the scribble out, and then you can do this. And if you take your time, you might, and I think it lets you change pens. Now see on the right how it made the really cool, so you can do it. It would be really cool if they let you do lines and circles like a more advanced CAD program, but I think that's why they want you to get Fusion 360. Okay, you start with Tinkercad and then you move up. Okay, so let's get out of the preview and done. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yes, and then we'll just delete that off. All right, so back to, and thank you for the question. Hey guys, also, it's super important that you go I know most of you have liked our page, but like our page, do a lot of comments after this video is posted up about what you want to see. But also go to our YouTube channel. We're going to post this there, and we want to get subscribers and all that for YouTube to help the community. So do that when you can, and look at some of our old videos. They're kind of silly and hilarious. So, all right. So back to this. Buster looks way too big. So I know I lost track. I was going to show you the align command, but this is bugging me. So let's click on it. Now see how this gets in the way over here? You can just hold your center mouse and move over. Or you can also collapse this thing if it gets too annoying. Okay? All right, so we want to make him a little bit less tall. That's this. These are for your outer and inner, and this is for your height. So we're going to do them like that. Looks nice, doesn't it? Let's take a look. But as you can see now how I'm moving and looking, and I got to see what I'm doing, and that's all about learning the commands. Okay, so Buster is uneven on the plate. So we're going to use the align command, and we have to select both of these to get them to line up. So we're going to start with holding our left mouse button and select everything just like you do in almost any program you use. And if you look up here, there's the align command. And I'm going to click on it, and you get these little buttons. All right, well, and these are confusing when you first see them, but after a few minutes, after a few times, you will see how they work. For instance, see how it gives you a little preview? It's going to move Buster up. I want Buster centered on the plate. And over here, it gives you a preview. Now, if I do that, it's going to move Buster to be even with that. So we want to center Buster in the middle, and we want to center Buster from top to bottom. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I'll tell you what, that's ready to go. You would just export it out and send it to you. And we're going to go over all those kind of advanced things. Where did it go? How do you bring it in? What do you do in the slicer? All that kind of stuff. But for now, we're going to stick, for this today's, we're going to stick in Tinkercad a little bit because we just love Tinkercad and everything it does. All right, so now these are still two different models. They need to be combined into one so that it prints properly. All right, so that's super easy. We're going to take it again with the left and hold and select everything. And now you have the combine. Okay, I just simply click that and it's done. Okay, now see, it turned it to red to show all of that. I think, I can't remember, but there's a way. Let's ungroup. I'm going to ungroup it now. And I think there is a way to keep it where the colors stay separately. Let's see. Where is that? It's selecting both, so it's giving me a problem. All right. Solid. Okay, this is a neat trick I didn't learn till a lot later. But you can check where you want it to stay the color that it is instead of going all one color. I guess that's not going to cooperate today. Let's see. Maybe it needs the base to do that. No, we don't want to. Oh, yeah, it's not letting me do it. Oh, no. I think that's new, actually. Custom colors. That's kind of neat. All right. Normally, and I'm doing something wrong, but you can check this on both colors, and then it will keep that Buster's Room green and the plate red when you combine them, but for some reason it doesn't want to cooperate with me today. No, I don't know. I'm doing something wrong. We'll figure that out and show you next time. It just makes it kind of nice to see the separation. All right, so we'll go ahead and combine it again. And now,
You can do it.
I'm sorry?
You're ready for giveaway.
Oh, the giveaway. I'm excited about the giveaway. All right. So we're going to move Buster's Room aside for a minute. And here comes the question. Is everybody ready? All right. I'm going to take this circle right here. And I've got a question, so everybody get ready. How many sides in Tinkercad, how many sides are there to a full circle in Tinkercad? How many sides are there in Tinkercad in a circle? All right.
We're giving away before you give the answer. Give people a little chance.
Okay, yes, I'll move the circle aside while everybody's doing their little comments and guesses, and then we'll get back to that. All right, so this is what I love about Tinkercad. So that's amazing in itself. Super easy. 5 minutes and you got a nice little gift for somebody. Okay.
What are we giving away?
What are we giving away,
Yeah.
Solimar? We are giving away, for this one, it's a roll of filament, a free roll of filament, any choice you want, even the nice, expensive, silky ones, and we've got a big stock, and as soon as we can, we will, how are we doing it? We're shipping it? Probably we're going to ship it to you. So,
or just give us a call at the shop.
Yeah, give us a call at the shop. We're closed, of course, but we'll figure a way to get it to you. So, a winner gets a free roll of filament. So, do we have some people making their guesses?
I had someone guess 3.
Okay, well that's wrong. Try again. All right, so here we go. Buster's room. All right, this is we're all right. So I want to do something different. So I'm going to uncombine Buster again, and this is I really love this about Tinkercad. So watch this. So I can take do you see these two things right here? Those are cutters. I call them cutters because you can cut things with these. Okay, and they give you a square and a circle to cut with. Well, not only that, you can take any shape and turn it into a cutter. Here's where it's a solid. Here's where it's a cutter. So all we have to do to make this a hollow is make sure that we make this bigger and then push it all the way through so that we know it's on both sides. And then when I combine it, it's going to make it a hollow Buster's room. Wait, Tinkercad's working. It is.
I got an answer. Somebody answered.
Okay, somebody answered.
He's a Tinkercad user.
Yeah, well, you know, he needs filament then. So anyway, let me just show the beauty of the hollow letters first, and then we'll talk about the winner. All right, isn't that beautiful? All right. Oh, now like, see, I'm all miscombobulated all over the screen. Well, just simply hit home here, right there, and it'll take you back to a nice view of it. And then now I'm zooming in with my... All right, so do we have a correct answer?
We do have a correct
All right,
answer.
here we go.
Oh.
This is how many sides there are in Tinkercad to a circle. You can see, actually, and this is great for everybody to pay attention to, you can see it's not the greatest circle in the world because it has a lot of sides to it because everything in 3D modeling is made of triangles. So all we have to do, and now it says 20, all right? But this was a little bit of a trick question because we want to turn it up all the way to get the smoothest circle, and you would say no, but if you look close, there still is, and guess what the answer is? 64 sides to a full circle in Tinkercad. Who's our winner, Solimar?
Well, that is a mouthful. And forgive me if I am saying it
Oh,
wrong.
well.
Abdelrahman Shihada, but we did
Okay.
send him a private message.
Okay,
and we will
perfect.
Be getting all
All
his
right.
information.
Roll a filament of your choice, and we got lots of colors in, so great. Okay, thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. Okay, let's get rid of our little secret question there. I think we have one more coming up, don't we, right near the end?
A little bit
Right near the end, we've got another great giveaway coming up. All right, so, and why is this so important, and why do you want to cut things? Because you can just really, I mean, if you look at some of the, am I leaning in and out again? Sorry.
Okay.
All right. I'm just excited. Well, I lost my train of thought. Because you know, we're doing basics in here, but this program is amazing. We've just designed things you wouldn't believe, and if you get on here and look at other people's stuff, unbelievable. So, and what I want to say is, do a little playing around, have fun, move around, but then get on YouTube University and have your iPad over here or something and go type in Tinkercad Beginner, Tinkercad Basics, and stick with it, and you will just love it. Okay.
Can
So-
you show how to download that thing and put it on the slicer?
You want me to do that, huh? Okay, you got it. I wanted to, I just want to show one more thing, and then we'll go ahead and do that. I want to make it into a keychain instead of a door. Okay, a door thing, which, and then we'll download and put it in the slicer. All right. So I'm going to uncombine it so that I can make Buster solid again. And Buster's all the way through there. So we got to make them shorter. Okay, so whoops. Now look, it just grabbed the whole thing and it's stretching it. That's a common thing in good old Tinkercad. We want to make sure we just grab that. And we're going to make that smaller. Yes, okay. Now see that? Let's see how it's still below? This is what brings it up. Okay, and then and if you look over here, it's telling me how far away I am from that. And I want it like maybe a millimeter in there so that it all prints together and makes it nice. And then we'll bring it down. And I'm just doing this quick, but once you'll print one or two things, and then you know the size, what you want it to be. You know, how big do you want it to be? And okay, so I want to make a keychain for Buster, and he can wear it around his neck. No, just kidding. But we're gonna change this into a keychain called Buster. Okay, so let me modify the text, and we'll just say Buster. Actually, we could have made it a dog collar, right, into a square, but the edges are kind of sharp, so we don't want to do that. All right, so we're going to do Buster, and we're going to make it a keychain for his mommy, and we're going to shrink this down. Now, what command are we going to do to get this thing looking good, you guys? Comment. Who's going to tell me what we need to do to get this looking good? All right. Okay, now we're going to use the good old align command. So we're going to do align, but this time it's a little different because, well, yeah, we want him centered, but we need to make a space for the hole. So we might bring him over just a little bit like that. Now we can make a little hole for the keychain. You can make him a little smaller. So I'm going to grab my circle. We're almost done here, and then we'll do some exporting. I just wanted to highlight the beautiful cuttingness. And then just do it like that. Now look what I did. I did an oval. That's wrong. So your good old friend undo or Control Z, because I need to hold the Control key while I shrink so that it keeps, well, I guess that's, I mean, maybe it's the Shift key. Maybe it's no keys. Okay, well, I wonder why it's doing that. I think they've had some updates to Tinkercad. Okay, well, there's 6.6, and you could still go back and say 5.5 or whatever to make your circle complete. And then I'm going to bring it down, and then I'm going to drag it over and make it cut through. That seems kind of big, so we'll do, I'm doing the measurements of the two sides, 3, and I tab, and 3, and now we have a nice little hole. And now I'm using my arrow keys. What else should I do? I should use the align command to center that baby. So I'm going to highlight the flat part and the circle, not the Buster. We don't want Buster to move. And I'm going to center it. And there it goes. It's centered. Okay? And then finally, let's make sure it's going through all the way. It is not, so there will not be a hole all the way through unless I push this down. Right? Okay. So we're going to do the thing, do the select. And there is our beautiful little Buster keychain. All right, well, let's get it to print. So, and now the most important thing, when you're downloading from Thingiverse, when you're downloading from anywhere, where did it go? Now with Windows 10 and Windows, it always goes to the download folder, so it's not so bad. But you need to know where it's going and know where you're going to put it. And we know it goes to download by default. Then we move it over to our 3D printing folder and make names like this would be, we have one called miscellaneous fun stuff, and we will put Buster's keychain. Anyway, so here we go. We're going to, I know we're running short on time. We're going to export, and we want it to be an STL file. And we're going to go over this on the next lesson about moving files around, bring them in the slicer, what are we going to do with it, that kind of stuff. There he is right there. You can right click, show in folder, and there he is. I'm gonna, did it not go on my screen? Let's do this. Oh, okay, there it is in my downloads folder. I'm going to copy that, copy into my Google Drive and my 3D printing folder, and we'll put it in current projects for right now, paste. Okay, so I just copied and pasted it from my download folder in Chrome. Okay, now let's go ahead and minimize that, and we're going to start up a Simplify 3D. And we have an old FlashForge printer there, so we still have one of those babies around here for printing ABS. All right, so let's, this is the model, this is the process. This is where you put the STL file. This is what do you want to do with it and what printer are you using. So first we're going to import, and I know where it went because I went to Google Drive, 3D printing, current projects, and there's my door sign. So that's okay. That is not the printer we're going to use. We're going to use our favorite printer in all the world, the Artillery Sidewinder X1. So I'm going to find that. I got a lot of profiles.
Robert says there's no need to be nervous because you're doing a great job.
Oh, well, thank you, Robert. I like you. Maybe I'll give you the prize. No. All right. We're going to do the prize here in just a second. Okay. Okay, Artillery X1. 30%. We'll go into this in detail. I'm just getting quick to it because we're almost out of time. Now look, it's changed to a much bigger bed. This is a great thing. Good old simplify, center, and arrange. The same thing in here. You want to know your commands. And there's Buster, ready to go, baby. Beautiful Buster. All right, here comes the next question, and it's for a free t-shirt.
Ooh. Somebody asked, show them how to add a printer in the S3D.
We'll do that in the next lesson. We're running out of time.
Perfect.
And we appreciate, put more comments in, and that'll give us content to do for you again and again and again at the upcoming weeks, okay? But I purposely zoomed in on this because this has to do with the question. Okay, the first person that can name in the comments which way does X go, which way does Y axis go, and which way does Z axis go. Everybody knows Z is easy. We'll win a free t-shirt. So go ahead and do it right now. We're going to sign off. And, well, do we want to wait and announce our...
Yeah, a few minutes.
Okay, we have a few minutes.
What you doing?
What was the question they wanted me to show while we were in it? No, I did the question, but I mean, Rob.
It was
How to add.
how to add a printer in S3D.
Okay, how to add a printer. You know what? We can do that real quick. Yeah. All right, so it's super easy because Simplify 3D has a lot of printers in it, and all you have to do is click on Help and Configuration Assistant, and this screen pops up, and there it is. Tons and tons of printers. Crealities, the Artillery X1. And we'll do a Artillery. Where is it? Artillery Sidewinder X1, and that's a beautiful thing too because I'm always messing up my profiles, adding this, adding that. And if you ever want to get a nice basic default setting from Simplify, go ahead and do that. Happy printing, and that's how you add one. Unable to retrieve. Well, okay. Who knows what I did wrong, but normally it will do it and put it right in there for you, and then you got it. Okay, so do we have some answers on the axis question?
We have one answer. I'll
Okay.
have Brian read it.
Is it a right answer, Bri? Oh, Solomar doesn't know her axes yet. That's okay. We'll teach her axes.
No, it's not right.
Okay, well, we're going to wait a couple more minutes. I'll tell you what, we're going to sign off.
But don't be discouraged.
Don't be
you
discouraged.
You can try again.
Yeah, can they still comment
yes,
while we...
William got it.
William got it.
Back, X left is right.
Okay, William got it. I'm going to zoom out. Here we go. X is right to left. There it shows right there. Y is front to back. And Z, of course, is up and down. X, Y, and Z, those are so important to know. And here's one of the reasons. Let's say I just want to make this a little longer. Well, I can just simply do the X bigger, and that'll elongate that. That's another beautiful thing about Simplify 3D.
Am I in
See?
the shot?
There you go. You want to be in the shot? Oh, somebody wants to be in the shot. Go ahead. Say goodbye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for
Thanks,
coming.
everyone.
Come
We
on
will
and
see you-
leave.
We'll see you at the next one.
What is it? Monday?
All right.
On Monday. We'll see
Is
you
that
Monday.
when it is? Okay,
Yes.
Yes,
Monday.
Monday.
All right. Thanks, you guys. We had a lot of fun. Thank you.